Well, joining me now to discuss the results and the prospect for the industry is Lundin CEO Ashley Heppenstall. Thank you so much for joining us. I wanted first of all just to get an idea of where you see the price of oil going.
Well, we're very positive about the price of oil. We see that when the world economy starts to recover, then there's going to be a real issue in terms of supply. The short term is more difficult to predict, but certainly medium to long term, we see prices only going in one direction, and that's up.
Now, you reported profit, third quarter profit, $26.6 million. If we look at your share price, 4.8% higher, is this on the good news because you actually beat estimates, or is it on prospects for the future?
Well, I think our profitability and cash flow for the third quarter has outperformed. Our production is up significantly from new fields in Norway. But I think what's really driving the share price is our exploration success. We had a major discovery in the third quarter, and I think we've given more flavor in relation to that discovery in our results. And I think that's why the market's reacting positively.
Mr. Heppenstall, will you continue to actually expand your portfolio in Norway despite the fact that oil production will decline there for a 10th consecutive year?
Yeah, well, I think that's why we're in Norway. We've actually increased our license position in Norway over the last 7 years from 5 licenses to close to 50 licenses. We've increased our reserves from 0 to 120 million barrels. And we're taking advantage of the fact that a number of the majors are departing Norway, leaving room for smaller and, I like to think, more agile companies like Lundin Petroleum.
What about acquisitions or possible mergers? We heard last week that Noreco is looking into merging or selling another company to enhance its values. Is this something that you'd be interested in?
Well, we actually think we can create more value by organic growth. We've been very successful with our exploration program, and we think that's a much better way to create value than paying what are, in many circumstances, what we feel highly inflated prices for acquisitions.
So how much will your production actually increase? Let's say, if I speak to you in 4 to 5 years from now, are there new areas where you'll be exploring?
Well, yes, we're actually growing in Southeast Asia, but if you take our current production of 30,000 barrels of oil per day, we're looking to double that in the next 4 to 5 years from discoveries which we've already made in Norway, which are currently being developed.
And what about, for example, Greenland? Is there anything in Europe that you'd be looking at to increase production?
No, we're not in Greenland, but we are starting to drill early next year in the Barents Sea, which is I'd say the frontier area in Norway, northern Norway. We'll be drilling a couple of exploration wells there next year, which we believe have got just the potential that Greenland has.
And for a lot of oil companies, of course, the million-dollar question is double dip or no double dip, because you'll be significantly impacted if we lose the recovery we're seeing. Are you more optimistic about the future?
Yeah, well, we are optimistic about the future. We feel where we are, we can increase reserves, we can increase our production, we can grow a very profitable business for our shareholders. And I think the performance which we've had over the course of the last few months has proven that we can do that.
Mr. Heppenstall, thank you so much. Ashley Heppenstall, their CEO of Lundin Petroleum.